Welcome back to Tiny T Gaming. Today doing a little bit of a different video on my predictions for Warhammer 40,000's gaming scene. So in the background you can see me just playing Space Marine 2. I'm going to start with that first. I think Space Marine 2 has been a massive success. Well, it's not that I think, we all know it has been, but with the future of the Horde mode coming out shortly, which will revitalise the game more, so I think that will not boost the overall player base, because I think most people who've wanted the game would have bought it by now, seeing how long it's been out, but it will keep the interest going and keep the interest in the franchise going. I think that they have missed a bit of a trick with maybe the online. The online's quite good. Effectively the team deathmatch, capture and control, all of that sort of thing, that's really good, and then the Horde mode will obviously round off the online quite well. But I think they really could have done something with the whole progression level of your characters, from maybe like a neophyte, like a Scout Marine or an Acolyte, if it's like Traitor Space Marines, Heretic Space Marines, to then progressing through to like getting the Black Carapace, becoming a full-fledged Space Marine from a Scout Marine, and then going on to be like 10th Company, 9th Company, whatever, and you progress through as Assault Marine or a tactical Marine. And they really sort of could have got a lot from that, even if you go with the new Primaris Marine sort of playstyle and their armour, weapons and the actual lore behind them. There's still a lot of progression you could have put in with that on the online. The campaign, the single player, is really good. I don't think that needed changing at all. Maybe a bit longer, but they could definitely have capitalised on that. So maybe in the future, with the whole potential for Warhammer 40k Total War, seeing like progression from command like armies and commanding large-scale units like a Space Marine chapter, a company of Space Marines, Imperial Guard, Tau, Tyranids, Orcs. I understand that if that sort of game is going to be pulled off and pulled off well, Total War are really going to have to change up their mechanics, because their mechanics don't lend well to small team tactics. It's all about large-scale infantry and cavalry and artillery formations clashing on battlefield, whether that be sieges, pitched battles, naval battles. I mean, Total War Warhammer did really well with the old world and all of that. I think that was like really, really good. They pulled it off really well, but then that sort of combat style definitely lends itself well. So there has been real good successes, and obviously Total War Warhammer 3 is a massive success. So I think there's maybe some more DLCs or little expansion packs coming out, but that sort of side of Total War is definitely coming to a close. So they own the rights to the IP to be able to produce stuff like a Total War Warhammer 40,000 game, but they would really need to nail on the actual different factions and the combat style, and really emphasising small team tactics of like a squad of Space Marines, a company of Space Marines, and then the progression of that army as well. You know, Scout Marines levelling up, or Primaris Marines becoming more experienced, Space Marines getting too injured, being able to be put into Dreadnoughts. There's so much scope for it, and you could really get a lot out of that. I mean, I do wonder why they haven't tried yet to produce an almost like Bannerlord 40k, for want of a better word, or Mountain Blade 40k I should say. That would be incredible. I think the ability to command your own Space Marine faction, any faction really of 40k, and go around, whether you're good, bad, chaos, imperial, whatever, and level up your army, your warband, doesn't matter, whatever you choose. And then if you're a loyalist, company of Space Marines having the option to fall to chaos, or just go renegade, or if you choose to be a traitor warband trying to unify that legion or other warbands. You know, there's so much they could do, and the fact that it hasn't been done yet it is a bit disappointing. But I do think if that Total War managed to produce a Total War Warhammer 40,000, and I think we'll be able to see it done properly, the progression of Imperial and Warhammer factions, where you have the ability to upgrade your forces and then progress through with them. They've proven they can do a third-person shooter and hack and slasher really well now. And I think Space Marine 2 will just progress well. I mean, Space Marine 3 will hopefully progress Lieutenant Titus's storyline, and then the overall storyline for Warhammer 40,000 will hopefully progress with that too, because we had the Amazon episode as well, which was a continuation of the Space Marine 2 storyline, so hopefully then Space Marine 3 will follow on from that, and that'll be really interesting. Obviously though, Space Marine 2 got delayed, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's more delays with all of this yet, and they are not quick coming out with any news. Only recently they did an announcement, and they didn't really say much for a host of games, and some of them were like mobile games, and then some were just, I don't know what was going on with that. Some looked alright, but I think they need to really double down on being able to play as a Space Marine or Space Marine faction, and then go from there. That's what I would like to see the most. Do I think that'll happen though? Potentially, but not anytime soon. I think, like with all of Warhammer and Games Workshop stuff, you'll be waiting quite a while for it, and it's all meted out so that it's like drip fed to the customer base, so they don't run out of anything too quick. I mean, the company is doing incredible. I think it was like £5 billion or sterling or US dollar valuation on the stock market or something. I mean, that's insane if that's true. That's bigger than the UK fishing economy, so the least they can do is give us a video game that we really want. I mean, Dark Tides had a resurgence because of Space Marine 2, so hopefully that will then carry on. They've brought out the Adeptus Arbites part to it now, so that's good, and hopefully then that will still have more traction, so then potentially get a Dark Tide 3, and then hopefully go from there. But that's just my thoughts. I hope you liked it. If you have any thoughts or comments, please leave them down below. Any thoughts of what you want me to play or talk through, and I'll be all ears. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.